Hello folks, Joey Let's Dippin' back here again for another dip review. Okay, so in my last video you saw that I got a few dips and I said I was going to do the vanilla cherry combo, kayak wintergreen. I already did the kayak apple. Well, I went back to the tea store today. Well, I still have a little bit of that dip left, but I figured, you know what? I'm going to go and get a couple tins. So you know what I did. Now this dip, they only had the pouches, so I got the pouches, but I still wanted to do it. I hate pouches, but you know what? I got it anyways. For you guys, Skull Straight pouches, I got that. Like I said, I still have all these other, well, you know, I already did that, but I still have some of the other tins, so I didn't go overboard. And then I got, what I'm going to be reviewing today, Kayak Mint. Take a look at that. I decided to get this because it looks appetizing. I mean, I like kayak grape and peach, apple's okay. I can't say how the wintergreen is because that'll be a spoiler for an upcoming video. But we're going to see how the mint is. As you can see, no warning label, so this is probably very, very old. But back in these days, the tin actually looked nice. You have the blue kayak right there, you know, no warning, you have the mountains. Now, no kayak, no mountains, no nothing. Comparison, look at that, right? It's crazy. So this tin is old and uncracked, but I'm going to crack it on here and do it anyways because I'm curious about it. I haven't cracked a tin on camera in a while, so you can see it's uncracked. Get your thumbnail in there. Thin, cheap kayak paper. Very easy to crack through. Surprisingly, this didn't come off. Usually, right here at the barcode on the top, usually comes undone, but it didn't. Outside the can, you don't have that Skull Mint scent, you have more of a Timberwolf Mint scent. So, it's probably going to be better than Skull Mint. Here we go. It's actually surprisingly still dark brown and nice and moist. At least it appears to be. It is sunken down a little bit, as you can see because it's old, but at least it's not light brown. So, it's not too bad, I guess. We're going to see. Do not hate on me for kayak, okay? I like to try different dips. There's only so many dips out there you can try. And, you know, I wanted to try kayak. I did the other kayak, so why not do the mint, right? I'm not a huge mint person, but hey, you know what? Why not? Okay, so you can see that little... See? Looks like someone took a turd out of here. Looks like someone took a lip. Someone stole my lip! I'm gonna fucking sue these people. No, but really, I think that's either because it's old or that's just how they pack it. A lot of dips, or some dips, they pack it with a little space so you can go in and grab a pinch. I just knocked a little bit off, but it's just kayak. So let's grab a nice pinch. You know you can grab a good pinch with kayak. It's not going to give you a friggin' buzz. Oh yeah, look at that, huh? Ha! Alright. Gotta debate what side I put it in because I'm fucking ADHD. Over the hands. Wipe those right on the pants. Some of you are probably like, oh my god, he wiped it on my pants. That's disgusting. It will come out. Relax! Aha. Aha ha. Mountain Dew. I looked for the throwback. They didn't have the throwback. I like the throwback. But I can't complain with this either. See that cooler over there? This is one of the 12 cans that I have here. Got a 12 pack after school, so there's 11 cans and they're waiting for me for tonight. And that's the bowl that I used to put the ice in there. My grandmother lives with us and she hears all this ice fucking rattling into a bowl. And you know, my parents aren't home yet. She comes over, she's like, yo, are you drinking beer? I'm like, are you fucking serious? No, I'm not drinking beer. Oh! Drinking Mountain Dew! Because that's how we do it! The tin design, you know, it looks different now. It's nice. It has it's blue, you know, it's dark blue, it's shiny. It looks sleek, but it says new. Look, it says new. Oh yeah, Kayak Mint's definitely new. We know this is at least a year old because they start putting the warning labels on in June and this doesn't have it. However, it does have a code. If you know how to read this code, I don't. I know how to read the Grizz codes and shit, but not this one. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, what the fuck am I thinking? Once my 10 hands were full, I figured that was it. No, it's this is December, if this is correct. So if this were to be from, if that's actually the month, that would be December 2009? Yeah, December 2009. One thing I don't understand about the kayak tins is they use different print for all their different kinds of dip. Or at least some of them. Sure, they use, you know, cheap paper, but the print on the apple, it does not come off. The apple print stays on. As does the wintergreen. See, it doesn't scratch off, it stays there. And we're going to see if the mint does. Yep, see, the mint doesn't scratch off either. Then you have the grape. Now the grape, it'll stay, but if you take it and scratch it with your nail, the print will come off. Then we have the peach. The peach just wears off by packing it. Look at, like, why don't they use the same ink for all their dips? I don't understand. Why the fuck is there no expiration? They used to have a code. I'm sure that does mean December 2009. But no. No fucking expiration. Nothing! Oh, you're a fucking tease. How long have I been rambling? Let's get on to the fucking review, shall we? So the scent, like I said, it's like it's a mellow mint. It's not like Skull where you just go, damn! You know, it's like, you can smell it's mint, but it's nice. You know, it's mellow. It's like Timberwolf, pretty much. And the flavor is really good. It's not too sweet. You can taste the tobacco in there, which is very rare for a mint dip. It's not too overpowering is the most important thing about mints, because usually friggin' you have Skull Mint in, you can just feel it. It's getting numb because it's so friggin' minty. It's like, oh my god. In school once I was next to my friend, he's like, hey, can I have a piece of gum? I'm like, I don't have any gum. He's like, I smell mint. I'm like, you know, I hold the tin of Skull Mint up. With this, that would not happen. It's mellow. It's pretty much the closest thing I can think of is Timberwolf. It's really like Timberwolf. Maybe even knocked down a notch. It's not even as minty as that, which is even better. Packability is pretty good. A lot of people hate on Kayak. You know, the different flavors vary a bit, but the mint packs pretty good, you can see. Even though it's old, it still packs together. And you can grab a pretty good pinch. It pinches together pretty nicely. It's, you know, it's pretty good. So, packability is good. Getting it. Once it's in the lip, you know, with Kayak Peach or Grape or Apple, you get some floaters. With this, I'm not really getting any. So even though it's old, these cans, even though they're very cheap, flimsy, friggin' plastic cans, they must actually lock the freshness in well, because old Kayak is actually still juicy. And it still tastes, you know, like it should. Nicotine content! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nobody knows what Kayak, you know, everyone's, oh my god, Kayak, oh no, that's too strong for me. I can't go near that stuff! But you wanna know how much nicotine this has? That's right. No, it really doesn't have no nicotine, but it has barely, and I don't get a buzz out of it, so, you know, it doesn't matter. A tiny little burn out of it, nothing too bad, but I do get a little bit of one out of it. And, you know, just a nice mellow one. It's not like it's like, oh my god, but it's not bad. You like to have a little burn to it, you know? But then again, that's because Kayak loads their friggin' dip with salt, as I say in all the other Kayak reviews. That's what they do. That's how they do it. They make it so that you think it's a good tobacco, but it's really not. But hey, the flavor's pretty good. As old as this shit is, I mean, this was still in a 5-can roll. This was still in a log. Do you know how old that is? That's ancient. Same with the wintergreen I got. It's actually pretty juicy, you know. It's not as juicy as the grape is. The grape's pretty juicy. I'm sure if this was a new can that it would be juicier. But since it's a little bit old, you know, there's enough, but not a ton. But hell, for a friggin' almost 2-year-old can, I'll take it. There are some dips where you can just, right when you put it in, you can just kind of tell if the flavor's going to go. And there's some dips you can put it in and you're like, oh yeah, this is going to last a while. And usually you're right. Sometimes you just have that instinct. Especially with mint, the flavor stays for quite a while. The flavor doesn't go out soon after, you put it in. It lasts. It does. It's good. I mean, again, this is my first pinch out of this. You saw me crack it. So this is just a guess, but I think that's going to be right. About right. Now it's time for shout-outs. Now, they call them shout-outs, but you don't actually shout them. So I'm going to do it the traditional way, the Joey Leds way, and I'm going to shout them. Cajun Tiger, 616. Do My Dash. Sig Boy OK. One Bought a Tot Dipper. B Van Sitter, 56. Country Boy Andy, 5555 Bomber. And last but not least, Ninja Dipper! But it's called a shout-out. No one ever mentioned that. You don't actually shout it, but I wanted to do that. Now it's on to the rating. This is probably a tie with me. I said Timberwolf is my favorite mint out there. This is probably tied with that. This is my other favorite now. I'm not too keen on mint, but this is definitely one of the better ones I've had. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. You can try it if you want to try it. Obviously, you're not going to get a nicotine kick out of it. Even if you're a beginner, you probably won't get one out of Kayak. But hey, it tastes good. I mean, most dips, you think about it, if you dip a lot, you don't even get a buzz out of them anymore. So, what's the difference? So 9 out of 10, that's been Kayak Mint. I hope you enjoyed this review. More coming soon. Take care.